Let's compare the S21 FE with the S20 FE from Samsung. Both of these Galaxy devices are still pretty good, but there are just tiny little bit of differences. So the S21 launching in 2022 of January, S20 2 years old, launching in September of 2020. Both of these are 5G devices, so they're available in fast speeds with your data and your apps. Similar size, similar weight. The S21 FE 6.24 ounces, the S20 6.7 ounces. So both of these are very lightweight. Build quality, both of these have a glass front, plastic back, aluminum frame. So not the best material, but not the cheapest either. Both are nano SIM card slot devices. Both have IP68 dust and water resistance. No change there. Both are good up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. Now, both of these for the display, they're both AMOLED displays, and they're both 120 hertz, so they're very snappy, very smooth for scrolling. The size of the screen is very similar. S21 is 6.4 inches, S20 6.5 inches, so the screen has gotten just a tiny bit smaller, but both have decent screen to body ratio, around 85% screen to body ratio. Both are 1080p displays, similar PPI, just north of 400. And both have an always on display, so the display hasn't changed that much. Now for the software, yeah, that's going to change because these devices are separated by 2 years. You got Android 12 with Samsung UI, and the S21 you got Android 10 when it first launched on the S20, but it has been upgradable to Android 12, so they're going to run the same software. Chipsets are different. S21 has a newer Snapdragon 888 processor, while the S20 865 processor. But don't really let that fool you. They're both going to be very, very speedy devices. You're just going to see a tiny bit faster speed on the S21, but you'll really see the difference in the coming years when these devices age. As for storage, the S21 does not have a SIM card, they do not have a micro SD card slot, while the S20 does, so it's kind of a downgrade. As for internal storage, both start off at 128 gigs and both start off at 6 gigs of RAM, so no real difference there either. Now for the cameras, these are pretty much the same camera technology for the most part. 12 megapixel main shooter, 8 megapixel telephoto lens, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and both shooting 4K, so no differences there. You both get great pictures and videos out of both of these phones. Selfie camera, the same as well, 32 megapixels at 4K video. And neither of these have a headphone jack, and both have stereo speakers. Both have Bluetooth 5.0, both have NFC, USB Type-C for charging. Fingerprint reader, it's still, both of these phones have it under the display, and they both have Samsung Pay, but not the Samsung Pay that we get to know with pretty much the where you get to touch the terminal and treat it as mimics a credit card. You don't have that anymore. Just pretty much like NFC type payment. For battery, both of these have 4500 milliamp battery, lasts you pretty much all day. Both have fast charging at 25 watts, 50% charge in 30 minutes, and they both have reverse wireless charging as well. So these devices are very, very similar. It's just that one has a little bit upgraded processor, removed the micro SD card slot, and it's probably going to get more upgrades for the software, but that's pretty much it. Everything else is pretty much the same, and both of these devices launched with a price of $700. Is that worth it? I don't know. It's up to you. Just looking at the specs, yeah, it's not really much of an upgrade. So tell me what you guys think. See you in the next one. It's been a comparison of the S21 FE versus the S20 FE. Peace.